How's it going? It's everyone's favorite mechanic, Saber Wolf, on the internet, and we're back with more Phil. We have him reacting to apparently Asmongold said some stuff about Phil, and he failed the goal. Oh boy, it's not a good day for the Phil Burnell household. That's unfortunate. And then apparently there's a jump scare here too. So we'll see. Shout out to Snort Burnell for making this actually able to be done, because I could not stand actually watching Phil for more than this amount.
Phil Liskay, like Phil is gay. Is that what you're trying to get me to say? Phil is gay.
Well, he got it.
Okay. Nice name.
We are at 6 out of 10 goals hit. We have been hitting goals every stream. I think we had one stream last week we didn't hit the goal, which is crazy. Only one. We've been hitting our support goal every stream. I thank you so much for that. Like, I thought certainly there were playthroughs that we would not be hitting the goal, and we are. So because of this, we're already at 6 out of 10 goals hit. Only 4 to go for DSP Tries It. Thai food.
No one fucking cares. Oh my god, how can anyone watch this unironically for more than 30 minutes and not want to put, like, dive face first into a wood chipper? Even this small amount, and my dander goes up. It's unreal. Oh, guys, we did it. It's very middle manager-esque. Maybe that's why I hate it so much, because I had middle managers who thought they knew more, who just come in and be like, guys, you know that we hit that goal today, but we need you to work hard for tomorrow. I almost wonder if he makes, like, instead of being the usual sycophant cult people, that he just makes his people feel like employees, except instead of getting money, he takes it.
Here on the channel. So let's go. Let's keep hitting those goals. Let's keep that momentum going. Tonight, let's hit the goal, and we'll keep Truck Sim in the rotation. I made that commitment. As long as we hit the goal whenever we play it, I keep Truck Sim in the rotation, and I will commit to that. The big question is, will Truck Sim survive till 2026? Do you think every week it will be successful till 2026? I don't know. I tend to get skeptical, especially certain times of the year. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if it keeps working.
I'm only about making money. That's all I care about. Making money, making money.
And again, it's, you know, the pulling back, the scarcity. Oh, I don't know, man. Will this last till 2026? You better keep giving me money, or else I'm just gonna snatch it from you. Here's the treat, and I'm gonna take it away if you don't do what, you know. It's not like the craziest thing in the world, but it's so repetitive, and it's Truck Sim, and it's mostly trolls. You notice that ICS usually comes out during Truck Sim because he knows that that's the prime time to get the juicy clips. The clips where he crashes out the most, because Truck Sim is boring as hell to watch. So he's got to fill the time somehow. So he just tells weird random stories and interacts with the chat more and eats troll bait.
What cologne am I wearing? Well, why don't we get to $100 of support and I'll tell you what cologne I'm wearing tonight. There we go. Let's go right now. Let's get some support. Let's rally right now. Let's hit $100 and I'll tell you what cologne I'm wearing tonight. I actually reapplied it right before I came into the office tonight for Truck Sim.
Oh my god, he's drinking Hulk Hogan's sperm?
Why would you, what? Why, wait, hold on. Hold on for a second. Why would you put on cologne to go into your office where you are alone for like 3 hours? Like, that's weird. I don't even know what to say about that except that it's weird. And Zerd says he's the kind of guy that fails up and tells the office they have to change everything and do it his way. Then swears to the boss it's the lazy employees ruining anything, not his shitty toxic method. I can actually 100% agree with that. Not going too much into my past, but I was a quality control manager for a factory, and I was pretty much on my own doing all the QC work until they hired a manager to help out. And what happened was I ended up having to do more work because he fired the one helper that helped with testing, and then also tried to change literally everything in the company or in the production side of things, and was telling guys that were doing it for 10, 15, 20 years, like, I know the way to do it. It's way more efficient. And they basically laughed in his face. You know? So, and that feels like Phil. Phil would probably go in and be like, all right, guys, I know I've just got here, but this is how we're going to do things. And he'd get laughed in his face. And then he would go home and he would cry and then drink, go back to drinking gin and doing mobile games. And he'd probably never show up again. Stern says he uses the cologne to cover the smell of shame from his pre-stream workout. Probably. Yeah. Oh, man. You gotta cover up that musk somehow.
I'm actually wearing Nautica Classic, which is an incredibly old classic cologne. I like it because it smells like sea salt, but it has this refreshing scent to it as well. It's like a combination of different scents together, and they kind of like play off each other well. That's what I'm wearing today. Nothing super. It's cheap, like $20 a bottle. I recommend it though. If you're someone who likes like a salty smell, like for example, let's say you like Scotch whiskey and you like the salty taste of.
My God, this guy was gonna fucking do cologne reviews. Yeah, they donate. So this is why Phil is never gonna like truly die. I think he can become destitute, but as long as there's idiots out there who are like, oh my God, I gotta know what cologne he uses, whether it's a detractor, a troll, his actual sycophant, or something like that. Snorpel didn't say it was OIC or ICS, so yeah, it could just have been a group effort from the rest of his money creatures, but that is why Phil will be here forever, because he's just got this cult of people around him that will never ever stop, and they'll give until it hurts. I mean, look at PWR. He sold all his money to Phil for cheese, and then couldn't get his cheeseburger.
Scotch whiskey. You'll probably like Nautica Classic because it has that sea salt smell to it.
Thank you guys so very much. Thank you. Let's keep that momentum rolling. We have about 40 minutes left on the stream to hit the goal. So we got a ways to go. $70 in 40 minutes. Can we make it happen and keep Truck Sim in the rotation? Or will this be the final Truck Sim stream? I guess we're gonna find out.
Hostage.
This guy is scum. He's an exploiter. He's used people for...
It turns out strange focus on salty tasting, smelling things. He's gay! But, yeah, it's... It really, yeah. Again, the emotional manipulation. Oh, guys, I don't want to have to get rid of Truck Sim. You better give me that $70. It's very much akin to, like, I don't want to have to take this puppy out back I just got you and shoot it, but we can't support it if you don't give me my money. Also, just kind of, like, as he was doing his usual shtick, it does give me, like, 90s telethon vibes. You know, when like your radio station or whatever is trying to like raise money, or the Jerry Lewis ones, and it's like, we got $1,000, but we need to get 1,000 more if we want to make sure that we hit the goal for, like, I wonder if he like just watched those all his life, and it's like, yeah, that's how you make a living.
for personal gain way too many times, and he keeps getting away with it.
So what do you think? What the hell? What just happened? What is going on? What is going on?
How did that turn on? How do you turn on the radio? Turned itself on.
I mean, I'm sure it didn't, but
Anyone know how to do this? I don't know how to do it, and I can't have volume right now. That's going to be copyright issue. Where is the radio
Phil?
volume?
okay. I mentioned this before because it was out of chat, but I mentioned this before, or it was out of the video. But recently, Draconic Saberwolf Productions came out with a video that actually it did pretty well. It was like 360 views. We beat Phil. I'm just letting that sink in for a little bit. In the 1 month that I've been doing this, one of my videos beat Phil. I'm not even trying that hard. Now, to be fair, neither does he. But like, you're really worried you're gonna going to derail the chat over the 45 cents you're gonna lose from demonetization because the radio play the song? Like, no one gives a shit about that. Like, just put the content in the bag. Put the driving of the trucks into the bag, listen to the weird song, and just get over it.
Music volume UI, intro, where is it?
Okay. Wah, I'm not making ad revenue. Wah. And I depend on ad revenue from YouTube to keep food on the table, to pay the bills. You know what I mean? I got one final contribution. It looks like it was a $10 tip. This person says, I'm a longtime viewer since 2010, but a first-time tipper. I had to lie about things because I had to protect my ego.
Tomorrow, there will be a podcast in the morning. Perhaps tomorrow we should try to solidify what we're doing on Black Friday because we still haven't.
See, I had a theory earlier in probably the video previous to this one, if I don't do them out of order, that the only reason he keeps his kick chat is because ICS is there and he just completely spazzes out and donates because he thinks it's funny, which I wish I had that problem. Like, if you think it's really funny to donate to me, oh my god, please do so. Oh, the horror of money. But like, he thinks it's funny, and to be fair, it does make Phil dance, I get it, but you know, he's never going to get rid of his kick chat because of even the fleeting chance that ICS comes back when he's off his meds.
And then it will be more of the Outer Worlds 2 second stream. This time we're actually playing the main meat of the game. Let's see if it's any good so I can formulate a better opinion on it. Tomorrow night, Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. We can either do more of Mythology Sub-Zero. We could try Special Forces.
Any moment, I can pick up a controller and I can play WWE Champions at professional level. It's a gacha where you spend millions for pixels. You mean like every gacha? But if you just want to sit there and you want to kind of make fun of me and you want to razz me and you want to do this stuff, I'm okay with that. Really, I am. And the kick chat, 100% is the place to do it. That way we kind of have that controlled element. If you want to be more positive, you want to be more of a bigger fan of my content and support it in a positive way, YouTube side. If you want to kind of be the razzing crowd that's active and rowdy and tossing emotes and making fun of me, kick side. I'm okay with that.
Wow, he's desperate. I'm thinking I don't know, maybe the tax bill's coming due. Maybe the divorce arc's actually happening. This man can't stand to have anyone look at him funny without going on a 20-minute rant. And now he's saying, oh, guys, no, it's fine. It's totally fine. Like, you just stay and kick and you can razz me all you want. Like, that is the sonnet of a desperate man. Because if he was actually doing well, he would not abide by what is going on in the kick chat. And I've seen the kick chat. It gets pretty crazy in there. So the fact that he'll still ban everyone because I think he's up to almost like 9,000 people that he's banned on Kick since he started. But the fact that he's going to take a couple punches just so he can get KCIP and maybe ICS will come by. I mean, maybe ICS got something. Maybe he knows that, yeah, this will be the way to control Phil, because I'm stunned at the proselytizing he's doing to the kick chat right now. He must really want that money.
And that's a very different attitude. You have to understand, for many, many years back in the day, I was always, how dare you be critical of me? How dare you make fun of me and laugh at me? This is how you don't play. How could you look at my content and try to make fun of it? My content's the best on the internet, and that's absolutely ridiculous that you would do that, right? Today, I'm way more open to it. I just don't really care, to be honest. Okay, everyone does it anyway. If we have an environment here where we can have that in my content and I can control.
Everyone does it anyway. Now, a few videos ago, we heard this man saying everyone loves him. He's on the upswing, guys. His career is coming back. He's doing the big comeback. But between like the last thing we saw and this, it's just sad. he's getting beat down. Something happened. I feel like something. I'm not one for usually like doing theory crafting on Phil here, but with these last few videos, and these are recent videos. This is like, I think yesterday. No, this is today actually. This is today's video, or it's today's video from yesterday. Either way, I think something happened. I mean, he's letting kick chat kick him in the balls. I think he got some news financially. There would be no way that he would let this slide usually.
Roll it, and let's be honest, I can make a buck on it, then it's all good, right? Who gives a shit? I need to raise a lot of money this month. By the way,
During saying, is Phil spiraling? Seems sadder than usual. That's why. That's what I'm saying. He seems almost depressed between that and what we saw. I think it was this video, but the ICS where he said, "Oh, it's fine, 220." He's literally allowing a detractor meme on the kick chat because it gave him some money. I think we're looking at some sort of Phil alarm fire here. That he's getting, something's going on. Something's happening there.
really desperately need the money to help with my tax
Or this could be the Asmongold situation.
So
I don't think so though. I think it's
save the house.
I think it's
I really,
that.
really need your support right now, folks.
So what I mean, like, if people always are going to talk about me, they literally never watch me. They only watch the out of context detractor highlights, which will focus on negative stuff. So, of course, what's the latest negative topic? Oh, well, Phil was really mean to his audience. He said that they gave him no support and he was going to give them nothing from now
Phil, you're always mean to your audience.
on, which isn't what happened. What happened was I was talking specifically to the Kick viewers. There had been a big, sharp decline in support. It seemed to be directly in tandem with the moral support message issue.
Okay, so also thank you, Zern. But if this is true, which it is, it's almost worse that he's trying to be like, no, guys, I didn't yell at my entire chat, just the kick chat. And I didn't say they were giving no money. I just withheld one of the base features of Kick until they gave me money. Again, it's Uncle Phil here who drank a little too much. Oh, no, I only hit one of my kids. I didn't hit all of my kids. I just hit the one that was pissing me off the most. It's very, like, weird that he's trying to retcon when he yelled at his chat, and he knows he yelled at his chat, and then also he withheld Kick messages right up until, I'm wondering actually, now that I think about it, if Kick didn't, like, intervene and say, if you do not, because it is a TOS violation. So maybe Kick came in and said, hey, we're going to pull your partner if you keep doing this shit. Like, stop it. Because it had to have gotten back to Kick. So I'm wondering, like we've said, I'm wondering if there's a problem in the old snort fort, as it were, or if, I don't know, you just, yeah, this and the Asmongold thing usually doesn't even care about stuff from, like, you know, other creators and things. He just says, oh, they're stupid, or they want clout, or they want attention. So yeah, Zern says, I only slapped the hyper kid officer. Yeah, that's Phil. I only slapped the Kick chat because they were being mean to me.
I did react poorly. I had already corrected that attitude. I had given back the messages for 3 streams and everything was good. But Asmongold doesn't know that. He watches the detractor content and thinks that this is what's going on right now. Of course, he fully believes it at face value and thinks that it's all true, and then says stuff about me.
Hey, it's all right, officer. I know I slapped my hyper kid, but I gave him an ice cream cone after, so it's all good, right? Oh, and I realized that what I did was wrong, and I'm really sorry. So I gave him back his ice cream cone after slapping the living shit out of him. It's all good, right, officer? It's all good?
So that then in tandem has people talking about me in a negative light. That sends people to my
As
channel
usual.
in a negative light to troll me. It's the usual stuff. This is nothing different, nothing special. This has happened a zillion times. It will happen a zillion times again. Been there, done that. I'm used to it. It's not a big deal. But this morning, it seems like everyone is just talking about it. Like, why? By the time that these people who do this kind of internet commentary get to the topic's already outdated. That issue literally is already not a big deal. We're already past it, and we're already...
No, Phil, you can't just say, I'm past it. Like, again, I hate using these as analogies, but they're actually quite spot on. Let's say, you know, girlfriend slaps the boyfriend in the face, and then storms off in a huff, and then the next day comes over, knocks on the door, and when the boyfriend's like, no, you slapped me in the face, she goes, that was yesterday. I don't know why you're having such a problem with it. Same thing, Phil. You moved on because you have the brain span of a goldfish. No one else has moved on because what you're doing to your chat is downright abusive. You are abusing your chat, which already you pretty much do the same thing with begging, squeezing any pennies you can out of them. So, yeah, you're going to get talked about, and especially when someone with a huge viewer count does it. Because a lot of people are probably saying, holy shit, Phil's still alive? So, yeah, you're going to get talked about, and people aren't going to let it go because you're like, it already left my mind. So says the abuser. Get it? Certain says, I've only slapped the hyper kid officer. It's no big deal. I've done it before and I'll do it again. No problem, right, officer? Exactly. He's trying to minimize for his dents that, oh, I didn't actually do anything wrong. And even if I did, it was so long ago. It was literally yesterday. I gave them back their chats. I don't know what else they want. Maybe some fucking respect and a little decency for the fact that they are giving you money just by being there. But this man will probably never see that. He only sees people as piggy banks and ATMs, and it'll never change. And yeah, he'll, you know, he withers as soon as he hits the spotlight is turned on, which is why he'll never grow. He's never ever going to get any bigger than he is now, because the second he gets out of the vortex in his bubble and people see, oh, that piece of shit's still around, boom, light gets on, he withers because he is a shadow of his former self, and he is a terrible person. And once you put those people in the spotlight, they wither. You're withering, Phil.
On new days of content and everything's good. So why are we still talking about it? Oh, well, because Asmongold brought it up. I don't give a fuck what Asmongold brings up. Why do I give a shit? Doesn't affect me in any way. Just another wave.
And yet you are talking about it.
Of people who come to my content and say, oh, you suck, you suck. Okay, great. See you later. And now today is a normal day for me because I don't care. I give a shit. You know?
And now I'm becoming more and more just about having fun and relaxing with you guys and enjoying games at face value.
Very great positive meme.
Being the guy that has to be the controversial guy or talks about this controversial topic and goes on a rant, okay? It's called improvement. It's called self-improvement, okay?
And that's not true, too. Oh, well, he was talking about how over 15 years you begged for your audience's money. Literally never, ever asked for contributions until my trolls ruined my YouTube channel and made it so I couldn't make a living on ad revenue. All the way up through that when they got me those false copyright strikes, which ruined my channel and made it so that I couldn't make a living on ads anymore, that's when I had to start asking for crowd support.
Phil. Come a little closer, Phil. Do you know, like, the reason why YouTube basically stopped supporting you, why Twitch basically stopped supporting you, and why you're this neutered, sterilized, still shitty version of yourself, is because you were an awful person. That's it. And again, I came to the Phil vortex in only the last couple of years, but I've seen the documentaries, and yeah, you had a good thing going, but you were also the king of hate, to the point where part of the reason why you even got the Kino Casino people interested in you in the first place is because they wanted to bring that back, because they wanted angry Phil. They wanted the, you know, says anything he wants, doesn't give any fucks version of you. Not this kind of wimpy milquetoast-esque version where you're just complaining all day and you're still terrible, but now you're terrible in kind of a boring way. So, yeah, Zerg says, Word is still an awful person. You just have to realize that your early success was a fluke. It happened that you were somewhere, you got first in line when it came to like making large scale amounts of content. People latched onto that. You can't compete anymore, and now you beg for your dinner. It's like a CEO who, revolutionized something, made all the terrible mistakes, and now, shaking the cup in the street. You are that beggar, Phil. You are the man shaking the cup. You may have had success at one point, but you don't anymore. And you have to beg because no one else gives a shit about you, really, if we're being completely honest. So you beg, even though you're doing great. You still have to beg.
Before then, I never did.
In 2017, the bottom fell out on YouTube. They lost most of their major advertisers, and it became completely impossible for someone like me to still make a living doing YouTube full time. So I said, I got to do something different and drastic. I changed myself. I evolved. I became a full-time beggar.
Nice. But yeah, Storm Purnell just pointed it out. I didn't even know that aspect of it. When the YouTube apocalypse happened, obviously Phil was swept up in it. He had a sharp drop in ad revenue. He resorted to begging. There we go. Open and shut case. We didn't even have to do what I said before. And by the way, he is still an awful person.
That's a fucking fact. And you can go back and you can watch documentaries that talk about it. Go watch the fucking June the King documentary. That literally shows that there was a year where all my views tanked because false copyright strikes affected my channel, kicked me out of the YouTube algorithm. I couldn't make a living just on ad revenue anymore, and I had to change my model. I literally never intended to be an internet live streamer. I wanted to do on-demand videos. I had to change my model to survive because people fucked with me. So when you complain, oh, I hate that Phil asks for money, then you shouldn't have fucked with my livelihood. I never had to until people did. Now you deal with the repercussions. You don't like the current Phil that asks for contributions. You made the monster. You're Dr. Frankenstein. Now you gotta live with the monster you created, bitches.
I don't know where he thinks this is going, but this isn't the flex you think it is, Phil. First of all, I wasn't even around during that time. Like, I am a very recent detractor, so you can't blame me for shit. Second of all, we didn't create an awful personality that caused you to lose everything. Now, with the internet, if you're a front-facing person, yes, you are going to have people who don't like you. That's just the way it is. I mean, I know this is going to shock some people, so brace yourselves, but I'm a furry. And I have a built-in audience of people who do not like me. Now, unlike Phil, I actually don't give a shit because it's stupid and we're not in 2010 anymore. And even Knight says, if you exist, people will hate you. You are a front-facing personality, Phil. This type of thing happens for everyone. You are not special. I said it slow so you can catch it. Anyone who gains any modicum of popularity on this site, on Twitch or YouTube, Kick, there will be people who will hate you. There will be people who will try and, do awful things to you. It's just par for the course. 5% rule. But to blame them for your failures is to be so unaware. If I had people like, it really, like, I was going to say something else, but in all reality, it just came to me. It could be just as simple as, doot, you turn off the stream, you get a job. If they're really causing this much strife in your life, and clearly you do not like what you're doing, at least not the game side, but just go get a job. I already have contingency plans if everything I do fails. I have contingencies on what to do in order to pick things up and go from there. I have fallbacks. Phil clearly does not. And Zergan says Frankenstein, but the monster is cool and Phil is at best tepid. Yeah. It would be a very boring monster if this was Frankenstein. I think Dr. Frankenstein would be very disappointed in you, Phil. Just like your parents. Okay, that was too far. But like, it really, like, this whole, oh, you created me, you made the monster. And also for a lot of your detractors, they're fine with that. They're milking you for content, baby. Good. They're like, yeah, we got ourselves our own little creature that we can pull the strings of whenever we want. So it's not the flex you think it is. It's not. Phil and Knight says, I won't be giving Phil any limit for that burn. And yeah, chat's on fire today. Zern says Frankenstein would have joined and personally led the mop. Oh yeah, 100%. This whole thing of like, I'm the Frankenstein's monster, you created me. Yeah, okay. Even if that's true, who cares? And it's not, because I don't think anyone created someone to milk and beg and just absolutely pulverize their own audience. I feel like that's a skill issue.
And if you don't like it, too fucking bad, because you don't have a time machine to go back in time and change what you already did. Tough shit. All right.
Oh my God, he's drinking gin. Gin is great. I drink. Yes, I actually drink.
Okay.
Well, no one is tagging me or saying a word. Are you guys just bored? Do you not want to do any more podcasting? Like, seriously. No one is talking to me right now.
Phil, come on, man. You're not, well, you might be this stupid. Oh my God. Phil, if this is a podcast, if this is whatever the fuck this is what you think is a podcast, you need to be the one that's entertaining, not your audience. What the fuck, man? My good bitch, you have to realize that if you're doing a podcast, what happens is you come to the stream, you have prepared topics of conversation if you're doing interactive podcasts. And then if something is not hitting, you move on. This is such a weird idea of like, chat, why aren't you creating my content for me? Chat, we've been sitting here for 5 minutes. Where's my content? I need you to give me my content. Like a baby bird getting regurgitated food from their mother. Chat is literally this man's mother at this point. And Knight says, to quote Leah Dama from Battlestar Galactica, we don't always choose our circumstances, but we choose how to react to them. That's very sound. Phil, you don't react very well to anything, so there we go.
The whole idea is that you do a Q&A segment at the end of the podcast and we talk, but no one's talking to me.
Then you do move on, my man. You move on.
$20 tip. No name or any message attached to that one.
I can't believe he's playing Outer Worlds 2.
A bullet claw? Oh, God. I'm dead. I hit the wrong button.
You died.
I didn't remember how to heal. I thought it was left bumper. It was not left bumper, and I died instantly. Great.
Okay.
I'm gonna run out of ammo soon.
Well, stop streaming the show.
I was just about to heal. Are you kidding? I was literally just about to heal.
Zerm brings up a great point. If you're running a podcast, you need to be interesting, charismatic, have a gimmick or a partner to carry you. If you have none of those, then shut the fuck up and get off the air. the market is so saturated with podcasts nowadays. Like you really do have to have something special to stand out. The fact this man wants to try and get out of gaming and into podcasting for like his full-time gig is going to be a disaster of such proportions. It's not, he's immediately going to just go back to gaming. It's his comfort zone. Like he'll probably maybe try, he has tried. He's tried doing politics. He's tried doing reactions content. He's tried doing, I forget what else, but like he's tried 4 or 5 things. None of them work because he's about as interesting as a wet sponge on a dry pavement.
That was good.
This unit advises healing fortifying. Commander, you are dying. It is not always this time.
I still
Oof.
died, even though I healed.
Well, healing takes time, my man.
This is boring. I'm gonna be honest, this is stupid. The gun is awful. It's too tedious even.
As Snor Purnell has said, if he says that he is bored, that is code for he is either not getting enough money or it's too hard. Whenever he says he's bored, that's his kind of cope word for like, ah, shit, we're not getting any money for this. To be fair, he is probably bored of all games he plays, but money is the only thing that makes it interesting for him. Nice says Sarah thing going too far, wet sponge on dry pavement is infinitely more interesting. Fair enough. They might get an interesting pattern out of it.
fire it so many fucking times. I don't have any abilities. I'm bored. Am I gonna get anything to make the combat interesting? I'm bored to tears right now.
Well, try and make it interesting.
It's gross. It's for this. It's not because they love what they're doing. It's not because for the love of the game or because they're true gamers. It's for this. And this is what it's become. It's not about putting out a quality review. It's not about putting out a quality playthrough or quality stream. It's about making this.
Doesn't look like it. What's down there?
Seems a bit
There's definitely
tall,
something down
Phil.
there, but oh god, I'm falling. This is not good. I'm dead. I slipped.
Thank you guys for chilling. When we come back, it would be great to get some support. As you can see, we're around 50 some bucks of support out of the 150 goal. It's been slow going today. So it would be great if you could get some support for Outer Worlds too, since you guys wanted me to further explore the game to see if it's any good. But in the meantime,
Again, it's his chat's fault.
enjoy some highlight clips.
You didn't hit the support goal. Obviously, it means something, right? I don't know if this would be a game that would be better for chill streams, like late night chill streams, if this would just be a game that people aren't that interested in. Because again, we're at a tough time of the year where there's a lot going on and there's a lot I could be doing. I'm not sure. Yeah, like honestly, I'm on the fence about it. To be honest with everyone, I'm neither disliking or really liking. It's just kind of okay. So, you know, really, it's about what you guys want. And you know, when you take a look at the game, if the game didn't hit the goal, and we didn't have a lot of engagement, and a lot of people were just questioning if the game was good today, makes me feel like, you know, maybe it's not going to work. I don't know. We have been hitting the support goal.
Oh, and Zern, yeah, it's Zern says it definitely means something, Phil, but it's not the game that's lacking, right? And you know, it's a game that doesn't allow for a lot of interaction. It keeps his focus and not a lot of rage quitting and stuff like that. But you know, and I don't like. It's always weird when he does this little like end of stream audit of when he hits or when he fails a goal. Because, like, I put the square box in the square hole and the round peg in the round hole, but I didn't get the candy bar. Did I have to put the triangle peg in the triangle hole? And, like, it's like he's trying to work out some philosopher's stone of streaming that, oh, if I just do this at this time for this amount, then I will get this much money and I will be successful. Like, Phil, my man, my good bitch, there's no concrete formula of how a stream is going to do well or not. There's always things you can do to make it better. You can have a fucking personality to start. You can not berate your audience and to the point where most of them leave. But it's ebb and flow, you know? It's feast and famine. That's why you got to save your money when you're doing well, because there will be times when it won't do well. It's just the fact of life. That's just everyone. You know, especially as we're getting to the holiday season. Holiday season is not great. It's usually people buying gifts for like family and friends. They're not thinking their favorite streamer. I mean, you might get lucky and someone's like, "Oh, I'll give my favorite streamer, you know, a bunch of money for Christmas because I like them." But no one likes you, Phil. Everyone just kind of wants you to shut the fuck up and gives you money to do so, which is weird. Nice says I'd suggest Phil starts working retail, but I wouldn't want to subject him to customers. Hell, I wouldn't even want to subject him to Karens. Yeah, fair enough. That would be a mushroom cloud over Renton. He also says, I mean, Hollywood's been chasing trends for over 100 years. Why does Phil think he can find a magic formula? At least Hollywood has actually produced entertainment. That's true. At one point, Hollywood did produce entertainment. And no, he just thinks like, oh, I can. That's why he tries to do new games. He tries to do retro games. He tries to do no games. And, you know, he tries to do novel things. He tries to do like just ideas and it works for a little bit, but then it doesn't. And he's like, it's just the way it works. Either you find something that gets a good enough interaction or you don't. But analyzing it to the point of obsession isn't gonna do you any good. Everyone knows why you're not doing well. You have an ass personality and the games don't matter. So there you go. I fixed it for you.
Like doing every single thing I'm doing, but not tonight. Or not today, I should say. Fuck you. You're a liar. There's still this back here.
Yeah, okay, there was a little bit left. But yeah, it's just, you know, oh, I don't know, like I was doing so well and now I'm not. Yeah, you basically guilt tripped. ICS had a crash out and donated a whole bunch of money to you. Solved. Found out why. You just have to get ICS to crash out and give you a bunch of money, and then OIC crashes out and gives you a bunch of money as well, just because you're Phil. So there you go. If you want your magic formula, just keep poking ICS until he gives you money. You know, you seem to know how to manipulate him to do it, so there you go. But that's it for this video. Once again, shout out to Storm Purnell. If you like what you see and you want to join us in real time, just go to Kick at Saberwolf Cafe. Otherwise, be sure to make like a werewolf and like and subscribe. And if we get to 100 subscribers, we're going to do DSP Tries That, which is a protein bar challenge. And we're trying to get to 1,000. So, woo, we're on our way. But until then, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. See you.